okay? Now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America?
Yes, there is a leaked footage TMZ released. I don't know if you've seen that. We don't know all the investigations. There are many things that we aren't talking about here. Let law enforcement do their job and hopefully we catch this guy. I've seen a lot of people questioning many things. This is not the right time to do that. Let's allow law enforcement to do their job. Looking at this video, you can clearly see that this was the guy.
Has obtained a surveillance video of a man dressed in all black. Now, this individual matches the description of the FBI's person of interest, that individual that you saw in that photo. Now, take a close look at this. This individual dressed in that same outfit that we saw in those two pictures is hobbling down a residential street. This was taken at about 11:49 a.m., and he's heading toward the Utah Valley University campus. Now, that campus is just a few blocks away, and we know for a fact that he arrived on that campus at 11:52 a.m., so there's a 3-minute span there. And just 6 minutes after arriving on that campus, the shooting took place. The camera caught a dark figure walking in the opposite direction, with students walking in the opposite direction of the individual who we presume to be the shooter, according to the FBI's photos. This was obtained from neighborhood surveillance cameras, and we know that all night the FBI has been poring over this footage, and this footage just in from TMZ.
When you look at this video very keenly, you realize the guy is not moving well. I don't know, maybe he's having the weapon inside him and he's facing difficulties to move. But there is something more, important that I saw on another video, which I'm going to show you. How did this guy jump from that building right to the floor? And was he able to walk?
See him presumably hobbling because he has a rifle under his shirt. Let's bring in former ATF Special Agent in charge, Bernard Zapor, and former Secret Service Agent Tim Miller. Bernard, you worked for the ATF. That hobbling, we presume, is because he has that weapon beneath his clothing.
That's a possibility. Also a possibility he was injured escaping from the roof. And there's a number of ways of concealing a firearm. If he was going to the woods where they ultimately found it, it's very possible he was carrying it on his person.
That's not the truth. This was before the shooting. If you look at the video, you can clearly see he was still moving to that direction. So he was still planning to, meaning...
So I do want to make that note.
Okay, yeah. Just saying that at both scenes, the treasure trove of evidence is pretty spectacular. It was worked on all night, including the video. All the video was used with AI enhancing that got them a great opportunity for some of this. And of course, he wore the worst possible shirt, which is a black shirt with a white square on it. And it's making it easier for them to identify him as their current suspect.
Tim, and that's a question I have. Look, we're looking at this. We don't know if he has that 30-06 under his clothing or not, but he is hobbling, and it does raise that question. But I was wondering that as well. Why wear that shirt? I understand it might have been an effort to blend in with the crowd, a political T-shirt at a political event, but it does allow you to track who sells this T-shirt, who bought this T-shirt, was it on Amazon?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Kaylee. But remember that this individual had a careful plan that he was going to execute. He wanted to fit in. It looks similar to, if you flash back to the assassination attempt on President Trump to what Crooks did. There was unusual behavior before the event, and unfortunately, nobody picked up on it. To your point, though, as you look at his behavior, it should cause people to pay attention, but they didn't. And unfortunately, he did the same method that we saw Crooks. He had obviously seen the event before, he accessed the roof, and then he was able to deliver a fatal shot, which unfortunately, you know, Charlie only had close-in protection. That doesn't prevent a person with a rifle from shooting.
Yeah, there is another footage. You can see it clearly after the shooting. If you look, you will see the guy leaving. This is what TMZ released. I don't know how come they had this video. But there is another one where the release in Utah during the press conference. When you look at that video, when the guy jumps down, he was able, to walk away. I believe at that time, imagine him carrying that weapon. How will he be able to move with it or jump like that? Because from all what I know, they said they found the weapon in the bush. It means there is something.
Charlie Kirk, and that became the desired target for this person.
James, I do want you to stay with us. It's a busy news night here. We have another Fox News alert. All of this is quickly pouring in, new information, new images. And what you're looking at are brand new images that we have come in of the proposed shooter, the person of interest. Now, the photos show the individual in the same black T-shirt. He's walking up the staircase, and that's just moments before the shooting. We know that staircase is where we got the initial photos. But these are the clearest photos that we have seen yet. You can see his jawline. You can see with precision more exactly what the shooter looked like. James, you're the perfect person to speak with as a behavioral analyst who has a long and rich history in this. That shot right there that you're looking at, that is the clearest picture we have of the shooter. You can see his facial structure. That's a crystal clear image of the person they are looking for.
And let me add to that, Kaylee, if this person was innocent, if this person really had a peg leg or something wrong and they were limping for that reason, hanging around the campus for whatever reason, he would have come forward, said, whoa, FBI, back off. It's not me. I'm not the bad guy. So the fact that this person hasn't showed up, I think the first pictures went out earlier this morning. Somehow someone would have reached out for him. I guarantee you mom and dad are already in touch with him. They've probably contacted lawyers already, and they know there's going to be an effect, when this person is eventually identified, and the police and FBI are going to come to.
I was told that they have this guy's name. If you are able to identify the guy by name, then it should be very clear that the guy will be found. Yes, looking at all the stories I see on social media, sometimes I don't even want to pick up and report on certain videos because people just like to spread info.
This case is coming together. It took 5 days for the Boston Marathon people to be identified. We're down now to about 36 hours or so, and I think it may be, the arrest may be nigh any time in the next few hours. That may be what the press conference is about pretty soon.
Thank you, Governor. Bo Mason, Commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety. If you look up to the top left, you'll see the building where the shooter was proned out in the top left corner. We'll go ahead and play that video, and I'll narrate as we walk through that. So here you see the suspect ran behind that upper building. He's going to come out on the right, moves to this far right corner. As he does, he's going to climb off the edge and then drop down to the ground. As he did that, he left some palm impressions. There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA. There's a shoe imprint where we believe the suspect is clearly identified as wearing Converse tennis shoes. Again, we'll replay that again so you can get another view of that. It's important to note his black T-shirt.
Investigators have also collected footwear impression, a palm print, and forearm imprints for analysis.
The FBI is also asking for anyone with photos or videos to please share those with the agency. And moments ago, the FBI also released a new photo saying this.
Hired of hearing people say he's a fascist dictator.
Video, but there was a line at the end that I think is